What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, Dave Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On the move, it's Russell. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass, it's Hill. They're working that left side.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Quarterback may change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge.
There's a crease. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Razorbacks are flying down the field. Right back to the well. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Running inside, it's Smith. There he goes. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Trying to be heard above the noise. Taking a shot on the first play. Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion to the right. Shakes off the defender. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The RPO fire complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a crease. It's Russell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The play action fake. And the sack all the way back at the 5. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Marches ahead. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's fourth and goal.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking downfield, it's Hill. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hauls it in. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Russell.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Razorbacks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's got it again. There's a little room there. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
The offense changing the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill it. 86, Bridge. Ready. Lily.
Looking for a man. It's Hill. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run it.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Runs through the tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. It's a fumble. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still happy.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Hill. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Quarterback gets past the marker. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got two of those on that one. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes a catch. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
As a quarterback, you've got to be precise when throwing these corner routes. You cannot leave the ball short or that thing is getting picked. So nice job by the QB putting enough air under the ball to give his wide receiver a chance.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Running inside, it's Jackson. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeye! Once he got some room, it was over.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Russell. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Bang, bang, bang.
To the air. It's Hill. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On the ground, it's Russell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up.
Maybe some room here. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he added the extra point. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. 15-yard line. Say it. Under fire. And it's a sack.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Sayin. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
Fires to the tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Say it. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. Throwing, say it. Makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Now on first down from the 28. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Could be an outing. He's at the 40. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. The Razorbacks answer with a score of their own.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in on the left. He's loose. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Hill. Quickly to the tight end.
Look, it's a nice game, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it to the back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Back to throw, it's Hill. Here's the pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hill. It's complete.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now set.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's it! A sack to end it as they finish off this one in style. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the